Hey, party peeps. Karl Bryan here coming at you for another edition of Ask Karl Bryan. Bright and early in the morning over here. Hope you guys are doing good. So, got a question here. Karl, I need a coaching client within 72 hours. I'm serious. Where should I look? Okay. First of all, no pressure. It's named, and it's from Dave. So, Dave, no pressure, bud. Okay, so let's take on this task. So what would I answer to that? First of all, you'll see I've got a number of these Ask Karl Bryan where you see that I've answered numerous questions, and I've often talked about, I just go to a networking group. You're not going to find the best coaching clients there by any stretch, but if you need a coaching client, you'll be able to find one at a networking group, certainly one that's going to last, 2 or 3 months. Sometimes, unfortunately, they attract solopreneurs. So you get the smaller businesses that they get the coaching and then they work out. They actually have to do the work. It doesn't work out long term and you kind of both get on with your lives, but you can easily get one. Let's presume that there is not a networking function close to you and that you can go to immediately. Here is what I would do. I'd go find an advertising medium. In fact, why don't I do this? So what I've done is by the way, guys, you want to have a look? Here's my kitchen just to show you how raw and real this is. And here, actually, you got to look at this, guys. If you don't know what this is an LOL doll. Okay, this is my daughter's. I got a 4-year-old daughter. And if you have a 10-year-old or less little girl, you're probably not going to know exactly what these things are. So this is an LOL doll. Some of the best marketing I have ever seen in my life right here, party peeps. The LOL dolls, and this is the gold ball that she got for Christmas. And when she opened that, to say that she went ballistic would be like understatement of the year. But some of the magic here is if you understand the 5 Ps of marketing, one of them are packaging. Okay, so the magic of LOL dolls is a lot of the fun, the majority of the fun is in actually opening these things. Okay, so imagine it's not like a video game where you open it and then you have fun for the next 6 months playing the video game. These things are like an absolute riot to open. Like I enjoy watching my daughter get one of these and then open it up. So imagine once she opens one up and then she has it, which is kind of cool looking, right? But guess what? She can't wait to get our next one to open it up. So anyway, some of the best marketing I've ever seen, LOL dolls. But anyways, just to give you an idea, this is pretty raw and real. So here's what I would do. I'm hoping that you guys can see this, but I would go to my local newspaper, okay? Real simple. And here it is. I hope you're able to see that. And I would just scoot through this. Remember, Dave needs a coaching client within 72 hours. Obviously, there's some financial pressure. At the bottom, we've got Regency Retirement Resorts. These guys are advertising. That's probably not the greatest coaching client, in my opinion. But here, okay, so can you see this here? 3 Wishes Clothing Boutique. I'd absolutely be contacting these folks. Better than half price, now $99. Basically Ronson's. Okay, so this is another shoe store. Need to see if it's a franchise or like a multinational, like a company that's in many countries and across the country. Might not be the best coaching client because you got to go through head office and whatnot, but might be all right. Here's one: used cars to be sold at $77 and up. Okay, that's what's called an advertorial. Okay, I can tell just by looking at it. If you guys are experienced with advertising, you'd be able to do that as well. You can tell because at the top here it says paid advertisement. But you can see by looking at it, it actually looks like the rest of the newspaper for the most part, but there is some subtle differences basically. But these guys I would contact, and this is a potential coaching client all day long. Hiring drivers. These guys are having some challenges with client retention. I'd be contacting them, KindersleyTransport.com. Okay. And then there's some others. Well, here, okay, so Remax. Okay, so here's a couple of realtors that are advertising. So Value Matters, view these homes today. Sharon Black and Associates, a picture of Sharon and a phone number. Okay, that ad sucks. There's nothing compelling. Well, let's look at this one. Team Martin, basically 4 homes advertised. thinking of selling, contact us today for a free comprehensive market evaluation. I don't know how experienced you guys are with working with realtors, but I can tell you there's not a realtor on the planet that doesn't do a free market evaluation. Okay, and here's a car dealership advertised on the back. Again, that would be a prospective client. I'm in Canada, and if you know me, you know I got a hockey background, and I'm mad about hockey. So you open up the newspaper in Canada, and you see nothing but hockey on the sports section. Let's not worry about that one here. This is a little more exciting, the business section. Okay, so again, hopefully you're seeing this. I flipped through, and what are you going to see? Here's a couple accountants that are advertising. White Kennedy, I'd absolutely be contacting them. London Drugs, that is a large, that's a company that's going to have head office and that sort of thing. I'm not interested in that. Obituaries, okay, these unfortunate souls have left us. It's a little bit depressing. I don't want to read through that, but here's a little bit of gold. So here is the classifieds. Okay, so let's flip through this. Help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. So these are companies that are looking for staff. Do you think if a company's looking for staff, are they growing or are they on decline? Okay, and they're obviously growing, looking for some folks, and it's probably, again, a hot button where you'd be able to sell them a little bit about client retention. Okay, I'm here now. Moving company, bang, prospective coaching client. Bathroom renos, prospective coaching client. Roofing and siding, prospective coaching client. Family movers, prospective coaching client. For all your real estate needs, prospective coaching client. Painting company, prospective coaching client, and on and on and on it goes. Okay, so there's tons of those. And if you come towards the bottom here, you're going to see service directory. These are basically the same thing, but these are bigger ads, and simply put, they've spent a little bit more money on them. That's scarily obvious. I'd also be calling the newspaper to find out how much did they spend to get these ads. But again, you've got nothing but prospective coaching clients here. Again, I live in a city called Kelowna. It's a little lake city, population of 150,000 people. This is just one of the newspapers. It's pretty small. If you're in a bigger city, you're absolutely going to be able to find a significantly bigger newspaper with more advertisers. AutoKelowna.com. I'd be going there to have a look at what they're up to. Potentially calling. Here are some comics. Okay. Dave, you are not allowed to look at these, bud. You need a coaching client within 72 hours. You've got to get, in the words of my business partner, I'm going to turn this around. Words of my business partner, Adrian Alsh, it's Goya. Get off your ass, okay? Sorry to be harsh and excuse the French. But guys, Dave, I don't need to meet you to know over the last month, 3 months, 6 months, you have not been meeting your obligations in terms of reaching out, building your business, building your pipeline and getting some contacts. You just haven't been doing it. You haven't been, out there actively in social media. You haven't been picking up the phone. Heaven forbid, dude, if you're that desperate, you're going to have to be doing some cold calls. Hate to give the bearer of bad news, but if you don't have a big budget, you can't market on the internet. You can't spend money on, newspaper advertising and whatnot. You're going to have to cold call. It's that simple. But the good news is you can turn that into coaching clients. So let's talk about basically that. So these people are advertising and I'm like, oh, okay, turn them into coaching clients. Well, how would I do that? And I'm talking as I'm thinking here because this is not an exact science. At the end of the day, you got to get in front of these folks and sell them coaching. So if you've been following me for any period of time, or you know anything about what we do, you know that my elevator pitch and the elevator pitch that we help coaches with is, hi, my name's Karl Bryan. I do 45-minute turnarounds. I guarantee to find any small business owner $10,000 in 45 minutes without spending $1 on marketing or advertising. Okay. So how about I call these folks and I say, okay, Paul, I noticed your real estate ad. I noticed your classified ad. I noticed your ad. I was just wondering, I'm a business coach and I've got this process where I guarantee to find anybody 10 grand in 45 minutes without spending $1 on marketing or advertising. I'm thinking about advertising it in the paper. I was wondering if you've got a good return on your ad because simply put, I want to know because that's going to go a long way in determining whether or not I spend money with them. Well, he's going to reply. And first of all, think he's a business owner that just heard that pitch. I'm telling you, he is now suddenly more interested in what you have to say than, talking to you about the ad in the newspaper. I'm just telling you, that's from experience. So let's assume that he does. And now you sit down with him, you do a 45-minute turnaround, bang, you turn him into a coaching client. But you did it in a very passive way where you've contacted him to get a little bit of assistance and then turned it around so that he's interested. Let's say that you don't do the 45-minute turnarounds. Let's say that you call what you call Paul in the newspaper and say, look, I'm doing a workshop, a business building workshop at the Chamber of Commerce. I'm looking for some business owners to show up. I'm thinking of advertising it in that newspaper. Do you think that's a valuable use of my time and my money? And again, get his answers, get his feedback, and then basically take it from there. And by the way, I'd also be asking them, hey guys, have you tested your headline and have you tested your offer? What do you think the answer is going to be? And the answer is going to be no. And by the way, what I didn't do is when I flipped through the newspaper, I didn't critique those ads for the most part. They're all atrocious, okay? I mean, literally all of them. It scares me. I don't know, apart from that advertorial, I don't know that there's a single ad in this newspaper that has anything compelling about it, anything that would resemble a big idea. If you're a realtor, you need to advertise something like, if I don't sell your home in 90 days or less, I'll buy it from you, okay? And by the way, you go, oh my gosh, well, that's what you call a big idea. And if you don't have a big idea, then don't advertise. And the same goes for you as a business coach. Don't put an ad in there with your head and then I'm a business professional and I'm going to help your business go to the next level. It's not going to get you the results, guys. You got to, advertise something like, I'm the only coach in Kelowna that works off 7% of the profits from my clients. Okay, that's a big idea. And I got to tell you, that ad is going to get a response. And by the way, if you want to know how to go about doing that, I could absolutely show you very, very quickly. But that should give you a bit of an understanding as to, the way that I would do it. So in the answer, Dave, is I would get off my butt. I would go to a networking function if there was one around. And again, accepting that I'm probably not going to get a great coaching client at that. Sometimes you do, but often you don't. But find some folks that are advertising. Hey, the one thing I didn't see in the classified ads, they might have been there. I don't think they are, but businesses for sale. Also, if there's some businesses for sale, again, these guys are on my hit list big time, and I'm contacting them to see if I can, convert them and turn them into business coaching clients. Because when I work with somebody, they make significantly more money. They systemize at a higher level. That's going to help them sell their business quicker, and it's going to help them get top dollar for it. And at this stage, they're probably just trying to unload and accepting anything that somebody rolls up to buy from them. Okay? So I hope that's helpful, guys. Thank you so much for being here. So if you could do me a favor and like this video, if you like it, that'd be great. If you can comment below, if you know of a coach who needs this information, contact or comment with their name below or give us a comment about the video. That would be fabulous. If you could share it, that would be great. And also, guys, if you don't have your subscription to the Six Figure Coach magazine, please do so ASAP. And also on that site and through the magazine, I do a free video coaching course on how to build up your coaching practice. It's all virtual. It's all by video, so you can do it in your pajamas. Incredibly valuable. So if this was valuable, believe me, the step-by-step instruction I deliver there will blow you away. So I hope that's good. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, I am out for Ask Karl Bryan.